Ever feel like your bank account has a secret leak that you just can't find? You work hard all month. You see the numbers hit your account, then suddenly they just vanish. It is a frustrating cycle that millions of people are stuck in right now. Imagine standing in line at a busy coffee shop. You hear the person behind you venting about being totally broke. They are stressed about rent and crying about their mounting bills. But then you notice they are ordering a $15 custom drink with every possible add-on. Does that sound like anyone you know? It is a strange reality of our modern world. Most people are completely in the dark about the basic rules of money. They stay trapped in a loop of living paycheck to paycheck forever. Welcome to the channel. I am Siraz Patwari. I help people turn simple financial habits into massive life changes. If you are ready to stop watching your money disappear and finally take charge of your future, please consider subscribing to join our community. It really helps the channel grow. The truth might actually surprise you, or maybe even make you a bit uncomfortable. The gap between the wealthy and the struggling is not about how smart you are. It is not about having a genius-level IQ or getting lucky with a random stock pick. It is not even strictly about how much you earn. The real secret lies in a few basic principles that anyone can follow. It does not matter what your current income looks like today. I want to share the core pillars of wealth that can completely flip your financial story. These are not complex math equations. They are proven ideas that have built fortunes for a long time. Some of these will seem very obvious, yet you would be shocked at how many people ignore them every single day. Others might totally change how you view your wallet. By the end of this talk, you will have a real plan that actually works. You will finally understand why some people stay broke, even with high salaries. More importantly, you will know exactly what to change starting right this minute. Let us start with the most important foundation of all. You must never spend more than you earn. I know it sounds too simple to even mention, but look at the data around us. The average household in America is carrying over $9,000 in credit card debt alone. That does not even count their homes or student loans. That is money spent on things they could not actually afford at the time. This rule is simple in theory, but very hard in practice. It requires a level of discipline that most people just do not have anymore. It means saying no to things when everyone else is saying yes. It means waiting for what you want instead of needing it right now. When you master this, you break a very dangerous cycle. You know the one. You work to spend, and then you stress about bills. Then you work even more to spend more. This goes on until you can no longer work. When you spend less than you make, you create positive cash flow. This is your ticket out of the rat race. Think about the math. If you earn $3,000, but spend even $50 more, you are moving backward. That small hole gets bigger over time. But if you keep just $200 extra every month, that becomes your path to freedom. Most people handle their paychecks completely the wrong way. They get paid and immediately pay everyone else first. They pay the landlord and the utility company and the grocery store. Then they buy whatever they think they need. They hope there is something left over to save. The problem is that there is almost never anything left. Life has a way of making expenses grow to match whatever money is available. You have to flip the script. You must pay yourself before you pay a single bill. This is not just a nice idea. It has to be a non-negotiable rule like paying your rent. Aim for at least 10% of everything you make. If you start this early enough, you are almost guaranteed a comfortable life later on. The person who saves 10% faithfully will always beat the person who only saves what is left over. You can make this easy by automating the move. Set up a transfer to a separate account the moment your check hits. Move the money before you even have the chance to think about spending it. When it is automatic, you do not have to fight your own temptations every month. Life loves to throw surprises at us when we are least ready for them. Your car might stop running, or your kid might need a doctor. Maybe the roof starts leaking, or you suddenly lose your source of income. Without a safety net, these moments force you into high-interest debt. That debt kills your progress instantly. You need a fund that covers 3 to 6 months of your basic needs. This is not about your current lifestyle. It is about what you need to survive. Think about rent and food and basic utilities. If you need $3,000 a month to live, You need a cushion of $9,000 to $18,000. This should sit in a safe account that you never touch unless it is a real emergency. If you are starting at zero, do not feel overwhelmed. Just aim for $1,000 first. Consistency is much more important than being perfect. Consider the story of a worker named Sarah. She started saving just $200 a month for her safety net. It felt small at the start, but she kept going. After a year, she had over $2,000. By the second year, she had nearly $5,000. When her car broke down and needed a huge repair, she just paid cash. There was no stress and no new debt. That peace of mind is worth more than the cash itself. When you are not desperate, you make much better choices. You also need to realize that you cannot just save your way to true wealth. This is where people get stuck. With prices rising so fast, a standard savings account actually loses value over time. You are losing buying power every year your money sits still. Saving is for safety, but investing is for independence. The stock market has historically grown about 10% a year over long gaps of time. That means your money can double roughly every 7 years. Compound interest is truly a miracle of the financial world. Think about two people named Alex and Jordan. Alex starts putting away $250 a month at age 22. Jordan waits until age 30 to start with the same amount. By the time they hit 65, Alex has over $700,000. Jordan has less than half of that. That 8-year head start created a massive difference of over $300,000. This proves that time is your most valuable tool. Now let us talk about debt. Not all debt is the same. Some people think all debt is evil, but there is a huge difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt takes money out of your pocket. It makes you poorer. Think of credit cards used for clothes or loans for cars you cannot afford. This is like paying someone to hurt your future. Good debt is used to buy things that go up in value or make you more money. This could be a mortgage for a home or a loan for a business that earns a profit. The goal is to make sure your debt is working for you and not against you. You also have to be willing to take calculated risks. Being too safe is actually very risky. If your money earns nothing while prices go up, you are slowly losing everything. Wealth requires moving into the unknown with a plan. There is a big gap between a calculated risk and a foolish one. Calculated risks are based on data and have a safety net. Foolish risks are based on greed and emotions. Buying a mix of index funds is a calculated move. Gambling on a random tip from a friend is a foolish one. Preparation and research are the keys here. You also need very specific goals. Most people just say they want to be rich. That is just a wish. A real goal has a number and a date. For example, you might want $50,000 in 3 years. Now you can calculate exactly how much to save every month to get there. Without a target, you are just driving without a map. Successful people check their progress often. They track their wins and change their plans when they need to. They also know that willpower is not enough. You cannot rely on being strong every single day. Your current self will always want to spend money that your future self needs. The fix is to automate everything. Automate your savings and your bills and your investments. Let the systems do the work for you. This frees up your brain for bigger decisions. Systems will always beat motivation over the long haul. You also have to track your money like a business does. You cannot manage what you do not see. Most people have no clue where their small dollars go. When you track every cent, you start to see patterns. Maybe you are spending way too much on food delivery or old subscriptions. You cannot fix a leak if you do not know it exists. Use an app or a simple sheet to watch the flow. I suggest having a regular date with your money. Sit down and see how you are doing. Do not judge yourself, just be aware. Finally, you must be patient. Building wealth is a long marathon. Every choice you make today affects you in 20 years. People who can wait for results will always win. Compound interest and real estate take years to show their true power. Do not just look at a monthly payment. Look at the total cost over years. The best investors are often the most boring ones. They buy things and hold them for decades. They do not try to time the market. Building these habits takes time, but the results will eventually snowball. These rules are not hard to understand. They just require you to follow them. The person at the coffee shop does not have an income problem. They have a priority problem. They are picking today over tomorrow. You do not have to be perfect at all 10 rules tonight. Just pick one and start today. Maybe you start tracking your spending, or you set up an automatic transfer. Every day you wait is a day that time is not working for you. Your future self is waiting for you to make a move. In 10 years, you will either be glad you started or wish you had. The power is in your hands right now.